come to you for written work? Are you the office pool writer, or does your boss hate your writing? Does it matter? Did to me. I was a staff writer. And my boss came to me and said, we have a problem. He couldn't articulate what about my writing he didn't like. He just said, it's not what we need. I handed the man luscious prose. It was ripe with nuance. It was full of description, and it was not what we need. I knew I had to make a quick fix, or I was going to be back with the size 2, listening to what was the latest on American Idol and who they met at the bar and how hot he was. I was not ready for it. So in my crash course of Writing What We Need 101, I learned that there were 5 basic ways to make your writing sing if you're in a business writing position. Now, I wrote for a newsletter company. We dealt mostly with apartment communities and senior newsletters. Those are 2 different audiences. And I was given articles to write. Sometimes I was given more information, but it was not unusual for me to get this thing right about Valentine's Day. So the first point that I needed to do was, what was the point of the piece? Did I say we need to have Valentine's Day? Was there a party on Valentine's Day? You were supposed to bring your hot date to Valentine's Day. All of those things were necessary. If you were going to write a business proposal or a memo to get some new information or the invitation to a company party, all those skills would be used in a different way. You wouldn't write the same way. So the first thing to do was determine the point. Then you had to find the path to get your reader from point A, where he was, to point F, where you wanted him to be. And you had to map out that way. Van Gogh probably sketched Starry Night several times before he ever painted it. Your computer screen is a blank canvas. Plan. Now, some of you will write in neat little lines, and I'm very happy for you because this is a technical presentation. Write the way you think, but be sure that your point takes you from A to B to C to D to E so that your reader comes to F. That's where you want him to be. Don't take him down this bunny trail. He doesn't need to be there. He might like the scenery better. Make sure every point that you make takes your reader from here to there. Skip the passive voice. It has been said, she was tasked, mistakes were made. Do you not think every time you hear mistakes were made, yeah, buddy, and you just made another one for not owning up to it? Churchill said, she proved. I made a mess, this is how we're going to fix it. Embrace the active. Skip the passive altogether. That was point 3. Finally, 4, bulk up your vocabulary. The average person has a vocabulary of 5,000 to 6,000 words. Shakespeare had 60,000. I'm not expecting you to be the bard, but it's important to use the right word. I prefer Rubenesque. It evokes a masterpiece, a treasure. Fat screams, too lazy to get off the couch. Use the right word. Earlier I said, skip the passage. I could have said skirt or avoid, but both of those are kind of squishy and not really very active. I could have said escape. But and that shows action, but it shows action to the wrong way. I could have used eschew. But that would have brought us another problem. Use words that your people know. If you do not, they will have to have a dictionary, and you will not get them to point F because they have stopped on point C trying to figure out what word you just used. Bulk up your vocabulary, but use words that people know. Define the parameters of your work. While I was waxing rhapsodic on this wonderful book, the space where my work was going to go was 175 characters, including punctuation, book title, and author. Didn't fit. A tweet is 140 characters. The longest blog a person will remember is 300 words. A memo is going to fall somewhere between a tweet and a blog. Use that parameter and go with that. Save your fabulous, wonderful, gorgeous work for your letter or your journal, not the office email. What we need 101. What's the point? Plan your work. Just a perfect vocabulary. Skip the passive. Make sure your parameters are where you need to be. Do these things and your work will sing. Seize the pen.